Speaking of shames... Hey, fellow crappers, it's your old buddy, it's your old pal, R.D. Reynolds here, once again with WrestleCrap Radio, the first WrestleCrap Radio of 2006. And as always, joining me on the other end of the tin cannon string is the Jefferson Darcy to my Al Bundy, Mr. Blade Braxton.
Happy New Year, Deal.
Hey, how was Christmas?
Great.
Yeah, did you get anything good?
Yeah, I did. I happened to receive the He-Man and She-Ra Christmas special on DVD.
Did you really?
Yeah.
And how was that?
It was great.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to thank Santa RD for sending me that.
That's not a problem. Tell everybody the backstory of that and what happens in the what pray tell happens in the He-Man She-Ra Christmas special.
Do you really want to know?
My favorite Christmas gift was from a good friend of mine. I've talked about him on the show before, Diamond Dan Garza. Diamond Dan. He did commentary on the Worst of RD DVD, and he actually is in a match and on that disc as well. And a good friend of mine, and he brought me over he said, well, you know, it was in this frame, okay? It's like in this picture frame, and I'm thinking it's going to be something really nice. It's a cutout of him from a program circa 1992.
Oh.
He's got this mustache that makes the kid in Napoleon Dynamite look like a total wuss. They've changed Captain Crunch. Like the character, he now looks psychotic.
Really?
He has this look on his face, like, he kind of looks like he has the eyes of the boogeyman.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Is his elephant sidekick still with him?
I think he ate his elephant sidekick. That's how crazy he looks.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Oh, yeah.
Do you remember on eBay when someone stole a piece of toast that had, like, the Virgin Mary's face on it?
Absolutely.
Remember that?
Sure.
Yeah. When things like this pop up, it reminds me of my favorite story I can never tell.
Mm-hmm. Are you gonna tell this story, or are you just gonna keep telling us about the story?
All right, here it goes. My favorite story of all time. Okay, one time me and my buddy Don, who played Jim Ross in Revenge of the Scorpion. Anyway, we're sitting around, we're just like getting totally wasted out of our mind.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I mean we're making Stone Cold Steve Austin, Cheech and Chong look like amateurs. Okay. Anyway, we're sitting around and we got this, like, you know those hams, anyway, we got we got one of those hams, you know, those honey hams.
Okay. You've got a ham. I get it. Continue.
We've got a ham. And Don's like, hey, cut me off a slice of that ham there.
This is,
so
I'm sorry, kids. It's not 5-star entertainment. This is 10-star entertainment. You get to hear about Blade and his friend Don. They're cutting up a ham.
Okay, we're cutting up this ham, and I savagely, I've got a few beers and whatever else in me. So I savagely cut Don a piece of ham with this knife. And I cut him off a piece of ham, and I look at it. I'm like, dude, we can't eat this piece. Look at it. And I'm like, dude, it looks like a chest burster from the movie Alien. And he's like, whoa, it is, dude. So, like, we can't eat this. This is special.
I like thinking about you, more than, thinking about that you found a ham that looks like something that popped out of somebody's chest in Alien. I like the thought that you're savagely cutting the ham. What does that mean? Did you get, like, a cleaver out and you're chopping this thing up, or what?
Have you ever tried to cut a ham under the influence?
No, I haven't.
Anyway, we're sitting there with a piece of ham that looks like a chest burster from the movie Alien. We can't eat this. We gotta save it.
Right.
So we save it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm just, barely out of high school, so I'm still living with my mom. A few days pass, and my mom's like, I smell something in your room. I'm like, I don't know. Like, go in there. I'm like, I don't smell anything, And a few more days passed. And my mom's like, there's something dead in your room. I think a rat may be dead underneath your bed.
I see.
And it's like, bullshit. I look it up, and there's nothing there but a bunch of trading card boxes, Big Topps football cards.
Sure,
right?
sure.
Yeah, yeah. Well, then, a few more days pass, and my mom's like, I opened up a box underneath your bed, and there's a rotted piece of ham in it.
So you didn't keep this ham in like a refrigerator. You just stuck it under your bed.
We got so wasted that we put the chest burster in a plastic bag, stuck it in a trading card box, where we conveniently forgot about it, hidden underneath my bed.
Wow.
So, the moral of the story is, don't do drugs, or you will have to explain to your mother why there's a rotted, decomposing piece of ham underneath your bed.
Speaking of soiled pieces of meat, yes, kids, once again it's time for Obscure Wrestling News. I've said before, that we're unlike any other wrestling radio show. We're 13 minutes into the show, and we've
probably already bored everyone to sleep.
I don't even think we've mentioned the word wrestling once. But now we're going into Obscure Wrestling News right here.
We are a wrestling
absolutely.
Radio show. Hey,
mm-hmm.
How's your New Year's resolutions this year?
Well, I'm trying really hard to drop some weight. That's the New Year's resolution. I'm going to bust out the macho machine.
Piss on your macho machine.
Well, why is that?
You use your macho machine.
Mm-hmm.
I need to drop about 5 or 10 pounds myself.
Okay.
And I've got the plan.
And
I'm about to reveal it to everybody now.
Oh, I'm dying to know.
One of my heroes is going to get me into shape this year. Crush from Demolition.
And how is that going to happen?
Because you can go to his website. Actually, it's the Kronik website, him and Brian Clark.
Okay.
But he has a new plan. He will write you a personal fitness program specific to your body's needs.
Okay.
It's only like $40 still.
Oh, you've got to do it.
Fuck, hell yeah, I'm going to do it. And you know what? You know what's the icing on the cake?
Well, there won't be any icing on the cake because you're
right,
gonna be...
yeah, Crush wouldn't allow that. But it comes with a free Kronik T-shirt and an 8x10 photo.
Wow.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get this fitness program. I'm going to throw the icing and the cake away. I'm going to put on my shirt, look at my 8x10 photo, and lift weights and crush people's heads. And
I think every week, once you start this plan, we should have like an on-air workout. Like you lifting weights or something. And I could just sit here and talk and, how's it going, Blade? And you just be going, ugh! It's going good, brah. But there's lots of other stuff going on.
Yes, Dill, it seems our old punchline has come to an end. Tajiri's wife and Tajiri are now safely back home in Japan.
A little backstory here, folks. If you haven't been paying attention to the previous shows, and if you have,
hell for not doing that.
And if you haven't been paying attention to the previous shows, and you've decided to listen to this one, I have to question your mental stability.
Especially after that alien ham story.
Yeah, I think we lost a lot of people with that alien ham story. You almost lost me. I almost just hung up.
Thanks.
So, but Tajiri was here. He was traveling the country and the world with World Wrestling Entertainment, and his wife was stuck at home. She couldn't go anywhere because she couldn't get a driver's license.
Even the WWF offered to help this woman get a driver's license.
A lot of people say bad things about Vince McMahon, but that man went out and he tried to help Tajiri's wife get a driver's license. God bless Vince McMahon.
Yeah.
Hey, that's enough obscure wrestling news. Let's talk about real wrestling news. People want to know what's happening. So, did you watch Raw this week?
No, I didn't.
I made it through the entire show in 5 minutes. That has to be a record. I don't think I've ever gotten through a Raw episode that fast. I mean, I fast forward, and when I see something that interests me, I pause and I watch it. And
You're telling me it's a very interesting show.
There were two segments that caught my eye. The first segment was they had this bit where Edge imitated Ric Flair, and they showed the road rage incident, and Edge was Ric Flair, and it was the world's. It had to have been the single worst Ric Flair imitation I've ever seen in my life.
Did Edge come with throttling action?
He actually did. He actually hopped out of the car. He had the Ric Flair robe on. He jumped out of his car. He grabbed the other driver, pulled them out of the car, and let's see, what all did they? He chopped his chest.
Right.
He gave him a poke in the eye, and then he laid him on the ground in the middle of a freeway and put him in the figure four.
That's brilliant.
If Ric Flair actually did that, I think any court in the country would probably just. They wouldn't throw the book at him. They just let him off the hook.
Why not?
I would. The only other thing I caught on Raw this week that really caught my eye was Trish Stratus was on.
Oh.
And they're doing this pseudo-lesbian stalker angle with Alexis Lurie, now known as Mickie James.
Yeah. You can't go wrong with lesbian stalker angles, unless the lesbian in question is Barry Windham.
It's not that.
No, wouldn't it be good to see Barry Windham in camouflage stalking Mickie James?
It's not that kind of stalker, you idiot. Although that would be hot if one week she just showed up. She showed up wearing camo.
And she whispered, "Stalker!"
And she was like, they go, "What's wrong with you?" And she'd go, "I'm just a stalker." That would be so hot. I would be totally into that.
Give us the damn book.
So anyway, they had her show up, and Trish was taking a shower.
Ooh.
You would think. I mean, that made me stop. You know, the TiVo right there. But to be honest, I mean,
to do what?
No. I'm not some perv. I was watching that, and Trish was hiding behind the shower curtain and everything. But the thing that brought to my mind is, I mean, she was hot there, but you ever have one of those moments you just see something and it's just stuck in your mind forever until the end of time?
Yes, I do.
Remember when they had the Lita wedding and Trish showed up in that white lingerie outfit?
Yes, she was looking pretty hot. Too bad you didn't buy it for like $5,000 on WWEauction.com.
Oh yeah, and you know what they probably really did auction that thing off. And I guarantee you that's in some guy's, dirty laundry pile, and it's got a big old splotch of spoo on it. I mean, come on, these people are buying things. You can buy Stacy Keibler's panties and
come on now,
the skirt, and you damn well know as well as I do that the minute that thing shows up in somebody's mailbox, oh my god, it's Stacy Keibler's panties, and some guy's using it as a jerk rag. I'm telling you, and for a fact I'm right. I'm right.
Explain to me then why someone spends $3,000 for a pair of Victoria's shoes.
Maybe it's Gene Snitsky.
I missed Raw Monday. No clue what to talk about. Lita's boobs are huge.